Hello world and welcome to Elevated Intuition. Today we are doing a pick-a-card reading about your aura. What is your aura putting off? How can you connect with it? What's maybe stuck there? So we're going to ask several questions about your aura, your auric field. In a pick-a-card reading means you get to pick the card, the number, the object that resonates with you. Maybe down below in the descriptions where I have timestamps for each one of these groups. There's a number sequence that resonates with you. However you pick, use your intuition. Take a moment, tap into that intuition to figure out what is right for you. And once you do that, I will meet you at your reading and I'll use my intuition to read the cards for you. However, that doesn't mean you get to just sit back and relax. You still need to use your discernment. You still need to use your intuition because this is a group reading. So sometimes the messages, not everything is for you. So take what's for you and leave the rest, and that is okay. If you can get into it and you're like, this isn't for me, choose another pile or go to another video. That is completely fine. Whatever you want to do, you're in control. You use your intuition. So I said we are going to put objects on these. Today the objects we are going to use is actually nail polish. So auric fields, colors, that type of thing. So I thought that was very appropriate. So for group number 1, the color that goes with this is this red. It's pretty vibrant, basically a pretty true red here. For group number 2, the color that goes with this is this electric blue. It's called royalty blue. For group number 3, we're going to get grounded a little bit and we're going to do this brick red. In fact, it's called brick wall. This would be our more grounded group. And for group number 4, the color that goes with it is this really pretty hibiscus, which would be a pinky purple color. So take a moment, maybe it's your favorite color, something that you resonate with. If you still don't know which to choose, that's okay. Let's go ahead and close our eyes. Let's take a deep breath in and be here in the moment. Release your breath. Go ahead and continue breathing while I'm speaking here. We need to set the intention that you are going to get the messages that you need to receive about your aura, about how you can take care of it, take care of yourself, and really prosper and have like a very healthy, energetic energy field around you. Take another deep breath in and release. Let out any tension. Just be here in the moment, and one last breath and release. Okay, go ahead and open your eyes, and wherever your eyes are drawn, that is the group for you. Thanks so much for being here, and I will see you at your reading. Hello group 1, let's ask some questions about your auric field. So this is if you chose this red color or the number 1, or maybe like this deck, whatever brought you here, you're in the right place. We're going to ask 5 questions here, and then I'll get some extra confirmation or advice cards at the end. It kind of just depends on what cards come up as to how it fits into the reading here. So your auric field, what does your aura look like right now? Your current status of your aura. We have the 4 of Pentacles. This is a card about stability, but it is also a card about maybe playing it safe, taking it a little bit too safe. When we have Pentacles, we're thinking about our physical form. I love how we have this kind of suspension around these 4 orbs here, because it kind of gives me an idea that your auric field is really helping you draw boundaries in the physical plane. Even if people can't see it, your aura is there around you, protecting you. Some people, you are going to appear shiny. Some people, you are going to appear like I would say not necessarily, there's just something about you, they get a vibe, they don't want to talk to you. I would use that to your advantage because your aura is here to protect you. And it looks really strong and healthy, actually, especially when you start setting intentions and use your aura for what it needs to be. And that would be drawing people to you that need to be drawn to you, and releasing people that need to be released. I would say for a lot of you, if you are in sales, this is very good. This is a very good aura for you, or maybe you've been sales oriented or thinking about sales. And I know that like sales is very, very difficult, and maybe I'm just biased. It's difficult for me. For you, I feel like you need to engage all of your senses, including your aura, into that, and think about the energy that surrounds you and how you can appear more attractive or approachable to people who need to be drawn to you. Like, let your aura help you draw people in who are safe and who need to be doing business with you, and let your aura release those who aren't. So even if you're not in sales, this is helpful as you think about people you work with, go to school with, that kind of thing. There's just some people who you don't want to waste your time with, or their intentions are not the best of intentions for you. And there's people who just like set your soul on fire and help you sing. And you know, like I was saying, this is more business oriented, work oriented, money oriented. Also, I would say that it can help you manifest things as well, bring things in. It wants to keep you safe. Your aura is there as a boundary to keep you safe. The 4, like I was saying, 4 is a number of stability, like on a chair. So as long as you, I would say like the best use of it is setting those intentions to, like, before you leave the house, like set that intention when you're driving, like let your aura help you find the safest way to work, or just have safe drivers around you. When you walk into your office, when you walk into your school, set that intention of your aura, giving out that energy of people who, like-minded people coming to you, and everybody else releasing it, letting go. What does your aura feel like right now? What does it feel like? So that's what it looks like. What are we feeling? We get the Princess of Swords. Swords to me, yes, it's about ideas. It's about information coming in, but it is also to me about a little bit about boundaries. So I'm interested that we have boundaries here, especially like the Queen and King of Swords. Like, they don't put up with any garbage that goes around you. So the Princess of Swords kind of tells me that using your auric field as a boundary might be something that's new to you, that it might be, it's an energy that has always been accessible, but this idea might be something that's new. And we have the Princess. The Princess in this deck would be a page in other decks. This is a new idea. New ideas coming in. So what it feels like is thinking about your aura, thinking about the energy that you're putting out, brand new idea for you. It might be something that you're not necessarily fully comfortable with, or you need to set the, I was saying set intentions, but here it's more about creating a, you might even need to write something down to create that habit, to set a habit, to make a habit of using that aura as part of like your extended body to help you in your daily life. That energy that you put out, to think about the energy that you're putting out. Again, we're thinking about it. It's interesting that when we talk about how it feels, we're starting off with thinking. We're starting off with the idea of it. So and the princess here, who is a newcomer to this type of idea, who isn't quite sure how to use it, but is picking up that sword and is like, yeah, you know what, this feels good. I'm going to wield it. I'm going to wield this power, wield this energy. I'm going to figure it out. What is stuck in your auric field? You know, your auric field is something that is great to protect you. So when we have something that's stuck here, and I kind of feel like we get the High Priestess, and look at her. I don't necessarily think the High Priestess is juggling things, but look at her holding something on one side and something on the other. She is about ancient knowledge. She is about the unknown. She is about kind of like that murkiness. She is about using our intuition. She's probably the most intuitive card. She's a feminine energy, but she's not the motherly feminine energy. She is the hidden knowledge, you know, that the hidden knowledge that like that extra little something that sixth sense kind of that women have a lot of times. She is somebody who is very much in control of her emotions. So there might be like some emotional things that come at you, and it never really kind of hits you because your aura, your energy disperses it, which is great, because there's a lot of people who might want to be energy vampires or attack you. I feel like this is very healthy. I feel like you have a very healthy energy around you. I feel like you wanting to tap into it and needing to tap into it is something that is definitely available for you, and you tapping into your intuition and your gut feeling and using that and being that observer of your emotions and then running it through like that filter rather than this is an observer rather than reacting, starting to think about like, wait a second, why am I feeling that way? Why in this situation? So this would be more of like your auric field. Why do I feel like this person over here, even though they're smiling at me and they seem like they're very happy, I don't feel like they're a safe person? Why do I feel like I just really need to comfort this person over here, even though they seem like they put up a little bit of a wall? I just need to tell them something. Or why do I feel like I need to walk over and talk to this person? This is the type of thing that we have with the High Priestess, this High Priestess energy. This allowing your energy to help guide you, allowing that intuition to help guide you. So as far as like when this is coming up, is what's stuck in your auric field is more of, again, this kind of like superpower that is at your disposal, which is great. You don't need to really cleanse anything. It's more of like a, hey, here's this wonderful, beautiful tool that we have for you. It's time for you to start thinking about using it. And here is your guidance in using it. And don't worry that you don't know what you're doing. You're going to figure it out as we move through this process. Cleansing your aura. What can you do to cleanse your aura? You know, we do want to take care of ourselves and our aura and our energy. Oh, look at this. We got the Queen of Cups. Yeah, that's so funny that the Queen of Cups comes up because she is the quintessential, like, fill your cup first. Again, a lot of very feminine energy here in this reading, which means that you're very in touch with your emotions. You're very in touch with that feminine side. And maybe your aura has more of that feminine kind of caring energy around it, is what I'm seeing. So the Queen of Cups, this is making sure that, yeah, you put those boundaries, you acknowledge those boundaries around you. You don't let that negative energy penetrate, and you fill your cup first. If you need to take a break, if you can't be around a person, if you don't feel like you want to walk down that dark alley, if you don't want to sit next to that person on the bus, if you don't want to sit next to that, put yourself first. You don't have to be like the nice person. And it's not necessarily mean or anything. It's putting your comfort and yourself first. If you need to take a break, take a break. If you can't be in groups or crowds right now, don't. If you need to, what is it that recharges you? Only you can answer that. With cups, we get a sense of maybe water helps us recharge. We need to drink a lot of water. We need to, when we are in the shower, think about not only cleaning our bodies, but think about that white healing light coming in and wrapping around you and cleansing out negative energy. And then, how can you deepen your connection with your aura? How can you deepen your connection with your aura? Wow, look at the Queen of Pentacles, another Pentacles card. Okay, so Pentacles is an earth energy. It's a grounding energy. Getting into nature. I think spending some time alone and just feeling your own energy. It's interesting when you bounce energy off of nature, how I think that also will help you recharge. You know, touch some grass, take your shoes off, walk through grass, whatever that is, that maybe gardening, even getting in touch with nature. Queen of Pentacles is also somebody who is very good at working outside of the home and then taking care of others. So I feel like there's an element here of using your superpower, your aura here, to give positive energy to other people. When we set those intentions, when you're giving positive energy to other people, you're giving it to the right person who reflects back that positive energy as well. I also feel like your work is very important to you, doing something that is meaningful or finding meaning. Every job has meaning. Whether you're a waitress, waiter, or you're a teacher. I mean, obviously, teacher has meaning behind that. Somebody who is a caregiver has meaning behind that. But we can find meaning in even like other jobs. If you're not finding meaning within your job, then you have a problem with your own mind in that, and you really do need to kind of move on from that job. But is even just as far as, okay, this is something that pays my bills right now. That's meaning in that job because it's meaningful to you. So I'm just going to get a couple cards here because these are fun. Any advice for our group number 1? Well, just maybe one of these. Forgiveness, interesting. Congratulations, you've been given one of the most powerful superpowers there is, forgiveness. Imagine that you've been bitten by a radioactive forgiver, kind of like instead of a spider. The point is, you suddenly have the ability to forgive people for their flaws, their bad days, their unkind moments, and their mistakes. And the best thing about forgiveness is that you can apply it to yourself too. And I feel like you forgiving yourself for something that has bubbling up or comes up. For me, it's crazy. Like, I will have something come up, a memory come up from like 20 years ago that I feel guilty about. It's time to release that. It's time to let go. It's time to lighten your load. And as far as forgiving other people, forgiveness helps you lighten your load so that you can focus on yourself, so that you can be the best version of yourself. And look at these cards. Like, these are amazing cards that you need to focus on you, because when you focus on you, you are a better version of you for other people. But if you are like trapped in negativity, trapped in like guilt, regret, anger, something that upsets you, that is something that hurts your aura and doesn't really do anything for other people. What is it about? Like, there's the saying, and I can't think of the exact words right now, but it's like, basically when you don't forgive other people and you're angry at them and you want to get revenge, whatever you're thinking about them at that moment, it's kind of like they get off, like they don't even know. They get off scot-free. You're angry with them. They don't even know. Some people want forgiveness from you, but usually they can just move on and live their lives, and you're the one who's stuck with the baggage of it. So forgiveness is important for you as well. Have fun wielding your new power, but remember, with great forgiveness becomes great inner peace. And I feel like this is all about finding some inner peace for you as well. I'm not sure that there's a lot at the tip here, like that you need to forgive, but when something crazy comes up, think about forgiving and forgiveness in other people, strength and resilience, and change and progress. So forgiveness helps us with moving on and moving forward and progressing. And then strength and resilience, I just feel like, and it's interesting that we see these stones, these henges, this Stonehenge around you, because I feel like your inner strength and your auric strength work together. So just and I just feel like that's a beautiful representation of how your aura is working to protect you. We've got a lot of signs here that your aura is here to be that boundary to protect you. And then this change in progress here, I think the forgive kind of goes with that forgiveness energy, that, you know, forgiveness is when we're angry, when we're upset with somebody, when we haven't forgiven them, it kind of traps us in that time and then that moment. And the cards are here to say that it's time to move forward. It's time to move forward with your healthy energy, your healthy aura. People around you really want to see you succeed. And it's because you're bringing in the right kind of people now. And part of that forgiveness too is like, forgive yourself too. Again, you're new at this. So sometimes somebody came in and you weren't listening to your instincts and you believed them, or you just gave them the benefit of the doubt, and that's not on you, that's on them. But it's time to let go and move forward, group one. So that's what I have for you. I hope that you have an amazing day. Thanks so much for being here with me, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, group two. So this is our blue group. We have this beautiful electric blue. It's actually royalty blue is the name of it. Color, nail polish, paint, whatever brought you here, and then the blue deck that we have. So let's talk about your aura. What does your aura look like right now? For group two, what does their aura look like right now? Oh, we've got the devil. This is interesting. So you might need to do some cleansing. We'll talk about cleansing in a moment. Right now, we have kind of a breakdown of your aura. Group one, their aura is working as a boundary between negative energy and positive energy. Right now, we've got so much clutter in your aura that we've got negative energy coming in. There, you might have some people around you who are energetic vampires who are trying to attach to you, and you might also be somebody who needs a little bit more attention paid to your aura. Meaning, I think that you're somebody who does like to connect to other people. You're an empath. The problem is that you need to figure out how to protect yourself, how to protect your aura. I think that right now things have been kind of overloaded, and it's not doing a very good job of working for you. Like, your energy is not working positively for you. I think you're pulling in and taking in too much negative energy. I think that like, being an empath is a superpower, really, because you connect to other people, you understand where they're coming from, you get an idea and a sense of what they're doing from their energy. But when you allow people to just hand you stuff, that's where it becomes overwhelming, and that's where you get kind of like these moments of where you just feel guilty or upset or sadness, and you're wondering, wait a second, where did this come from? Why should I feel guilty? And all of a sudden you're paying for somebody else's mistakes. You're paying for somebody else's energy. This is a recognition, or this is a time to start questioning that, because there's several steps in our empathic process of being that superhero that you are. You know, great power comes great responsibility, and the responsibility to yourself first, where I think there's a lot of you taking that responsibility on for other people. And that's wonderful. That's wonderful that you can be that person who people call in their time of need and they can just unload on you. And that's one thing. But when you take it on and internalize it and try to process everything for them, first of all, you're letting them off the hook. This is Classroom Earth. We all have lessons that we need to learn, and you can't learn everybody's lessons for them. You can help them through it, guide them through it. That's one thing, but I think right now you're just absorbing negative energy. So the second step is like, yeah, you're recognizing that energy and you're internalizing it, when you should be recognizing that energy, that attachment that people are giving to you, and then questioning it. So sometimes you're not even, the person isn't even in front of you. It's just you wake up in the middle of the night and you feel fear or anger or guilt. And it's like, you have to question that. And it's not always, sometimes it's really difficult, I think, for empaths, because you blame yourself first. And instead you should start questioning, like, wait a second, is this even mine? If it's not mine, I'm releasing it, I'm letting it go, I'm not letting it affect me. But I will let it guide me and help me to understand people better. So that's what we have. I also feel like when we have the devil here, the devil is a major arcana card. It's a very powerful card. It talks about attachments. I do feel like you have a very fierce and fiery energy, a very fierce and fiery aura, as long as it's not overloaded with negativity, as long as you aren't like, you're not allowing that negativity to come in, and you're not allowing people to siphon off your good energy. So we need to talk about that and think about that. What does your aura feel like right now? So that's what it looks like. What does it feel like? We kind of touched on that, but we get a little bit more information. We've got the King of Pentacles. So it can lead you to prosperity. As long as you step up and take control over it. This card, this devil card, is not one where, as long as you recognize your attachments, and like I'm saying, like the empathic energy, the psychic vampire part, it's time to, this is kind of like an awakening and recognizing what you're doing, and that a lot of the negativity and despair that you might be feeling, and I'm not even sure that it's impacting your life too much right now. This might be just a warning, like, hey, you need to pay attention to what's going on and kind of back off on some of this stuff and allow other people to take care of their own emotions and their own emotional baggage. Take control over it. The King of Pentacles is here saying that you again, very strong, very vibrant energy here in your aura and your auric field, in the field that you have around you. And the King of Pentacles is about you prospering from that, is about you taking control of that, and taking control of that, bringing that energy of your aura, your auric field into real life, into your physical world, into your manifesting world. The King of Pentacles is so like what it feels like, it's very powerful. Your aura is very powerful. It's time to connect with it and understand it and control it. What is stuck in your auric field? So what is stuck in our auric fields here? We've got the Nine of Pentacles. Look at this. So I feel like you're really a powerful manifester. I wouldn't say that this is necessarily stuck in this, other than I feel like you might think that you need to do things on your own. You might feel like you have this strength that nobody understands you, and maybe that's true. But again, I feel like you're bringing on other people's burdens. Nine of Pentacles, beautiful, lovely card, but it is about independence. It is about an independence in our physical form, and because we've got pentacles here. This is you appreciating yourself, of course, for your accomplishments. But I just, with the devil here, and we were talking about like your auric field, I don't want you to pull in too many things from other people. That yes, you can handle it because you're feeling yourself, you're feeling your own power, and you want to lift burdens off of other people, but it's not necessarily burdens. Sometimes it's lessons. And if you are pulling lessons off of other people, then you're going to get yourself bit from that. So it's not only that it's not that you have to go through life independently. You are just a part of the chain, and you don't have to take on everybody else's lessons and burdens. This is what can you do to cleanse your aura. Look at this, 8 of Swords. Yeah, this is all about you individually and recognizing your strength, your power, and releasing negative thoughts and ideas with this 8 of Swords. We've got this one little monster here in the middle of these swords, and the only boundaries that you have are your own boundaries, the boundaries that you place on yourself, the restraints, the negative thoughts, negative thinking. I think when we have the Devil and we've got the 8 of Swords, we can get some, what is that called? Sorry, it's not, it's on the tip of my tongue. It is imposter syndrome. That's what it is. Sometimes when we have this much power, we kind of are like, oh my gosh, why me? Or I don't deserve this. Or we get these negative, intrusive thoughts. And that's what the 8 of Swords is about. Each one of these swords is swords are thoughts. So we've got these swords coming in as negative, intrusive thoughts, and we're surrounded by them. The only thing that you have to do is walk past them, leave them, tell them no. No, that's not true. And it's part of this journey for you to take control. I also think that the 9 of Pentacles is part of the journey of taking control again, taking what's yours, leaving the rest. You can guide other people, but you don't have to pull out. You don't have to take on their burdens or their lessons. And then this is, how can you deepen your connection with your aura? I think there's going to be some surprises for you. Nothing in here is about emotions, and then we get the Page of Cups. Cups are cards about our emotions. Pages are brand new on this journey. So as powerful as you are and in control of things as you are, you're seeing your control more in the physical plane. And we need to step up to deepen that connection with your aura and your energy that surrounds you, to that connection with your emotions. It is time to start questioning the things that come into mind. We got that a little bit here when I was talking about the Devil, where you have all of a sudden this feeling of guilt or anger, and it's like comes out of nowhere. Maybe it's brought on by an image or a scent or something like that, or maybe you're just woken up in the middle of the night with that. It is processing those emotions in a very positive way, questioning those emotions, and not questioning your ability to do that. You are very capable in handling yourself. Where things go wrong or where things go awry is when you think that you need to handle things for everyone else around you. And you are, I mean, just your positive energy should be influence enough. And people recognize you as somebody who stands out, as somebody who, like, I feel like they're just randos that might approach you, and then all of a sudden they're telling you their life story because you seem very approachable and you seem like somebody who will take on that energy, or who can take on that energy. Which you are, and you are doing, but it's not to your most positive, we'll say, most positive aspect. Your most positive aspect is to kind of like help redirect that energy, help that person become stronger just by being within your auric field, and let them process it themselves, because it is their own journey. So let's get one of these guys. What else can you tell us for group 2? Trust. I feel like trust is a lot about trusting yourself here. I trust that everything will be okay in the end, partly because I simply know it is my gut. I know it in my gut, so that goes back to our intuition, our emotions, and trusting your emotions and trusting what you're feeling and processing that. But also because it's way more fun to live with trust and confidence than to be a defensive wiener. Yeah, I don't know if you should really tight walk rope over sharks. but here we are. And then I'm going to get 2 of these. What else can you tell us? Oh, prosperity and abundance. Look at that. That is also the 9 of Pentacles, is basically this card too. So you don't have to work as hard as you are working. You just need to, like, you have already kind of put in the work. I'm going to put this over here because, like I said, these 2 cards are very much related to each other. Just relax a little bit, release. I think air magic kind of helps us with release as well. Sometimes when we get into a situation where we have a feeling that we just can't shake, and you're not, because I've been telling you, like, think about that feeling, think about where it's coming from, where is that attachment, question that attachment, right? You might have to write it down, and that's what this card is about. You might have to journal it out. You might have to write down everything you're feeling, everything that's attached to it right now. And what helps you with that is it takes your mind, the focus off of it, and it kind of puts it in the back of your mind to your intuition, your intuitive side. Excuse me. Have you ever heard the expression of, like, sleep on it? Well, that works if you can sleep. When we've got things swirling around in our mind, which the 8 of Swords kind of indicates that you have a lot of things swirling around in your mind, sometimes the best outlet is to just write it down, get it out, get it down on paper. One thing that you can do with air magic talks about, like, taking that piece of paper, putting a flame to it, burning it, and releasing it. The other thing is like, you get it out of your head and maybe you don't have it fully figured out, but you release it to the point of where your mind can think about other things, and then your subconscious works on it. That's what happens when you sleep on something. You give it up to your subconscious mind. Sometimes you might have dreams that are attached to it, sometimes not. Most of the time, if you can, like, just think about the thing that's in your mind, think about the issue, think about the problem, and go, you know what, I'm going to allow my subconscious, give it to your subconscious, give it to the angels, give it to your spirit guide, give it to God. Ask for that intervention to come in. There are so many things that we as mere mortals, and you're very mortal here with all of these pentacle cards, cannot understand, ascertain, we can't get a grasp on, and that is okay. That's part of our human experience here. It's part of the trust. It's part of the allowing the magic. Now, when we have it swirling around in here and we're not quite sure what to do, and it causes anxiety and it's just too much, that's a problem. So we need to figure out strategies to take care of it so that we can release it, so that we're not attached to it, so that we trust in the universe to carry us forward. And writing it down, releasing it, even just thinking about it for a moment, just take a moment, take a couple deep breaths and go, you know what? I don't have the solution to this. I'm not going to think about it anymore. I'm going to give it up to my angels. I'm going to give it up to my guardian angels. That's one thing I like to do. Sometimes I will write them a letter. I'm like, hey, guardian angels, can you help me out with this? And then again, I like to burn it. The air magic that helps me to release it into the air. And then I take the ashes and bury it behind my house because it's behind me. So there's a little bit of magical tips there for you. It's just like a symbolic gesture that I can carry through with some material actions that can help me release something, so that I come back into this prosperity and abundance and just relaxed mode, because this is where you are your most powerful. This is when you're in control of your emotions, when you are in control of your thoughts, when you are in control of yourself. This is and it's so much nicer to be over here in this energy than it is to be in this energy of anxiety. So this is the branch, this is the bridge, this release and this trust, and then allowing. So that's what I have for you, group 2. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, group 3. So we've got our brick wall, this really pretty caramely color, the number 3, and this angel deck. So angels are fun to work with, and I think that this is a really great deck, especially when we're talking about auras. Oh, And let's just take this first card here. What does your aura look like right now? And we've got the 9 of air. So we need to do some work on your aura because it feels like it's a little smaller than it should be and a little bit more burdened than it should be, which is probably why we're talking about it, right? Why you're concerned about it. So unfounded fear, expecting the worst, thus creating self-fulfilling prophecies, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the situation, sleepless nights, and refocus your thoughts. The part about being worried, where it's growing out of proportion to your situation, and the self-fulfilling prophecies, I just feel like we need to get, which might be why you like this color, I said more grounded color. We need to bring us back to earth a little bit because we're kind of lost in thoughts. We're lost in our head. We've got too much going on and swirling around in there. What does your aura feel like right now? So that's what it looks like, what it feels like. Again, another card where things don't feel right at the moment. We've got a little bit of anxiety. We've got maybe a little bit of depression going on, overthinking of things, and then overfeeling of things. I almost feel like your emotions, because this is the 5 of Cups, this talks about emotions. Your emotions are impacting your thoughts are impacting your emotions, and then we're swirling around in kind of this loop of sadness. And this is focusing on the negative, things not turning out the way you anticipated, forgiveness of self and others. I feel like we need to really think about forgiving ourselves because I think you hold yourself to a very high standard. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit for the things that you have done and you have accomplished. There's some really great things that are going on right here. And that's what the 5 of Cups is about. We've got these beautiful cups. We've got these beautiful opportunities available to you, but you're so focused on the past, you're so focused on this negative energy that you keep manifesting that negative energy. Everything happens for a reason. Look for the hidden blessings. The other thing is like sometimes things don't turn out the way that you want them to. Think about this in terms of like your high school sweetheart or the person in high school that you really wanted to date and you thought that they were the most attractive person ever and if only they could just see you, blah, 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 blah. 9 times out of 10, 90% of the time, probably 99% of the time, that is like the complete wrong person for you. They end up doing something with their life that is good for them, great, but it would have been totally terrible for you. And you've got way better things happening in your future, and that's what's going on right now. So it feels like with your aura, we've got this overthinking, overfeeling, impacting circle of things going on that we're going to address. So what is stuck in your auric field? What is stuck in our auric field? And we've got the 9 of Cups. So we've got some good news coming in here. 9 of Cups is actually the wish card. It's a very beautiful card. It says that once we move past this and really see these lovely opportunities and cups that come out for us, that we've got basically unlimited things going on. Why are we still focusing on things that didn't work out, that wouldn't have been great for us anyway, that didn't work out for a reason, when we've got beautiful things in front of us? And maybe 3 things like this 5 of Cups shows us. We've got 3 cups on the ground over here. We've got 2 here. Who cares that we've got more things that didn't work out for us than worked out for us? We only need one of those beautiful things. And this is opening your eyes and going out and finding it. I love that we have got kind of this genie with the lamp kind of thing, that your wishes are being granted. This says wishes come true, your dreams become reality, a magical time, good fortune, faith in the universe that all will be well. How do we get from this to this? Well, we already discussed it a little bit. It's walking away, it's releasing the past, it's letting it go, It is these intrusive thoughts, like stopping those intrusive thoughts and seeing the opportunities that are around us, because the things that didn't work out for us are nothing compared to the beautiful things that are about to work out for you. And it all starts with your energy and your auric field, and allowing your presence, not to stifling yourself. I feel like right now you're just stifling yourself. I feel like there's almost like this rain cloud around you, and it's releasing that to see the sunny days, and to realize that the rain was there to water your seed, to plant beautiful things, to create wonderful flowers. So this is what's stuck there. It's stuck there because you don't quite fully believe it yet. You don't, because what you're really stuck in is this negative energy. So that means that we're not allowing the positive to come through. We're not allowing our aura to be what it's supposed to be and to work for us. What can you do to cleanse your aura? What can our group 3 do to cleanse their aura? Look at this. We get release. This is release and let go. Ending that leads to new beginnings. Now, this card in this deck is release. In other decks, it is the Tower. It's card number 13. This can feel like our world is crashing around us. And it can often feel bad. But again, it's because great things are on the horizon, beautiful things. Like we have to clear out the old, and that the stuff that we're holding on to. It's almost like a spring cleaning here. It's almost like a letting go. If you want to put brand new beautiful clothes in your closet, you need to take out the clothes. You need to create a vacuum. You need to take out those clothes, take out those things that no longer fit you, that no longer serve you, that are old-fashioned, that maybe it wasn't the right color for you, it never fit you, you thought you got a great deal on it, but you never wore it. It's time to release those things. Now, with your aura, it's more, because that's just a visual representation. This might be people. This might be your job situation, where you just have worked so hard for one situation and it's just not working out. The Tower is like, okay, I acknowledge it's not working out, and I'm allowing my world to kind of come crashing down on me, because I know that what I'm going to rebuild is going to be better. The need to release situations or people that hold you back, and spiritual transformations. For some of you, this might be a spiritual transformation where you have not been, you just feel like you need to become more spiritual or more religious. So it's like some people, they have to crash and then they find religion. This is finding that thing that really helps feed your soul. I mean, we're talking about our auric field, so it might be some sort of spirituality or religion, something that helps lead you in a positive direction. And then how can you deepen your connection? How can we deepen that connection with our aura? It's all about balance. That's what we have with the Two of Pentacles. This talks about finding that balance. Now, this looks really hectic right now. We're on a tightrope. We've got things up in the air. Time might feel like it's of the essence. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Things will work out for you in your own divine timing. Don't worry about the timing of things. We just need to release maybe some expectations of time. And it's funny how when we get on the right path, how quickly things will change. So don't worry about timing. I know we have like these ideas that by this age, I want this. By this age, I want my degree. By this age, I want to be married. By this age, I want to have kids. By this age, I want my promotion. We have those expectations, and people tell you, and I will even tell you, like setting a goal with something like that helps because it's achievable, but sometimes it just doesn't work out, and it's like grinding and grinding and grinding. But the other thing is like, you will be surprised how quickly things change when we release the things that no longer serve us, or when we think about the balance that we need to have. Working too hard or multiple jobs, the need to bring balance and fun into your life, that's important, because I almost feel like you have been working so hard, or maybe it's that you're trying to find a job, or maybe it's that you're trying to find a partner, those things. And sometimes we get so focused on it that we forget that it's supposed to be fun. Like, we're supposed to be having fun. This is supposed to be fun. So don't forget the fun. Juggling multiple priorities and balancing the budget. So that might be something too, where like your financial situation, you need to just take a look at it, balance it. I feel like for some of you, this is a message for just some of you, that you might have things going out that you forgot about. Maybe it was an app that you signed up for a year ago, and it's going to renew, and it's going to be like $70, something like that. There's a lot of things like that. People are all about trying to get you to pay for things like that. So take a look at your finances. That could be really important, and that is just one less thing, one less cup to worry about moving forward. And yeah, that's a very physical thing. It's in our physical world, but it impacts your energy, it impacts your aura, it impacts you. Okay, come on. Sticky right now. Personal growth. As I move forward toward greater consciousness, I feel old thoughts and habits fall away like training wheels on a bike. They helped me get to where I am, but now I can ride, and I don't need those slow and crummy wheels, except when I'm making bike analogies. So I think that's so appropriate with this reading, is like, there's phases, and just because we passed a phase doesn't mean that you have to keep focused on it. We need to start focusing on our future and moving forward. Oop. Whoa, we'll take this one. All right, so we have seasonal harvest. So remember that there is a season. There's, what is that song? To everything, turn, turn, turn. There's a season for everything. So if you are trying to harvest when you haven't even planted seeds, like, that's a problem. Just trust in yourself. And sometimes we just need to allow ourselves to bloom. We need to allow ourselves the opportunity for growth, and it is coming. Trust. And the hardest part is when after you've planted the seeds, you've done all the work, you've watered it, and you're just waiting for it to bloom. You see the growth, but you don't quite have maybe you have the flowers, but you don't quite have the fruits of your labor yet. That's very hard. It's hard for everybody. It's hard for people who do this, who physically do farming for a reason, that it's like, I've done everything that I can do. Now is the point where I can just calm down. If we are in the middle of May and you're looking for snow, unless you live in Colorado, it's probably not going to happen. If you are in the middle of January and you need an 80-degree day, it's not going to happen. And that's kind of goes back to this Five of Cups, where it's like, adjust your expectations to what you're going to get, and enjoy the things that come as they come and in their time. Then we've got meditation for creativity. I think that part of the fun that you've been missing is your creative energy, putting that creative energy out there into, I think it's part of feeding your energy field, feeding your aura, feeding yourself, part of the personal growth here. you're moving through seasons, you're growing, you're changing. We need to release the past. We need to release the things that no longer serve us and appreciate. I think that a lot of this is appreciate the moment that we're in and not be so upset and concerned about things that aren't happening right now. Because like I was saying, there's certain seasonal things that, you know, we just don't have. And that's okay. But there are certain seasonal things that we do have because of the time and the framework and the framing. So it's appreciating the moment. But definitely dip into your creativity. It's time for you to create something, whether it be a DIY project, whether it be something as maybe simple as painting your nails. It's time for you to I think that's part of this having fun and balance. It might even be something as creative as looking at the ingredients that you have in your refrigerator and making a meal. But it's time to do something very physical and creative. You've been neglecting your creative energy, and you feeding that is really going to strengthen and increase the beauty of your aura and your energy around you. So that's what I have for you, group 3. I hope that you have an amazing day. Thanks so much for being here with me, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, group 4. So we've got this really beautiful hibiscus color. That's actually the color of my nails, is this high tea hibiscus number 4, and then this lovely deck that we'll get into in a moment. So we're going to ask, this is a 5-card spread. We're going to ask 5 questions and get at least 1 card for each of those questions about your auric field. Like, what does your auric field look like right now? What does it look like? And we've got the King of Pentacles. It's funny how, like, I'm using different decks, but this King of Pentacles keeps coming out. I feel like this whole group of people who are watching this video, who are really interested in their auric field, are interested in using their aura to help them manifest, using their aura to help them maybe project credibility, because that's what the King of Pentacles does, be in control of their finances, and use it. Even though your aura is, some people can see auras, but usually we can feel it. And it's just that energy that surrounds us, and we can feel and touch, not physically, but that energy of other people. Using that energy in our physical world for physical manifestations when we have the King of Pentacles. With this particular King of Pentacles, I always think it's interesting that he's like standing on the top of these antlers. It kind of reminds me of that saying of standing on the shoulders of giants. So and this is just a kind of an additional message to your auric field messages here of there's going to be a lot of things in life that we don't know how to do, but that doesn't mean that you can't learn how to do it and learn from the best. And I mean, you're on YouTube right now, so finding answers to things aren't as hard as you think that they are, or doing things aren't as hard as you think that they are. So, all right, hopefully we'll have a moment here. What does your aura feel like right now? So we talk about what it looks like. It looks like it's strong, commanding, and in control. And what it feels like, we've got the Hangman. It feels very restful, very rested. Okay, let's try this again. What does your aura feel like? We've got the Hangman. The Hangman is all about taking a moment, taking a breath, contemplation. But really it seems like, from at first glance, sometimes it's somebody hanging upside down, right? And it seems like it's a perilous situation. However, it is always a situation that sometimes you put yourself into to learn more about yourself, to learn more about options that you have going on, and you're always in control here. Sometimes the Hangman has their hands bound, but usually they have like a key to unlock their situation, or a knife, and it's kind of like putting yourself in suspension for a moment and setting setting aside like maybe a moment of meditation. I just really get this feeling of just soft contemplation, that your aura, your energy is ready for you to act when you are ready to make a decision, when you're ready to act, when you're ready to go someplace. What is stuck in your auric field? And we get the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is a card about reciprocal energy. It's a card about giving and taking. This one is like somebody is pouring their tea, and then she will be pouring the tea for this person. We'll see, we've got this, it's about balance. And it is about sometimes when you, and I feel like this is coming up as stuck in your auric field, is a lot of times we give, and then when somebody is ready to reciprocate, we block that off. And this is saying like, no, your field, your auric field, your energy is here to mingle and mix with others. You give, you take, you receive, and what happens with that is the shared energy, the mingling energy builds on itself. Sometimes you give to people who are not able to give back. Sometimes people give to you in a moment where you're not able to give back to them. That's okay. It's about opening up and accepting that energy. What's important here is to also, though, I think there's a little bit of restraint is here. You're pouring to your cup first before you pour to others. And then it's also, I don't want to say that some people are a lost cause, but some people are just really energetic vampires that don't return the energy and don't return the favor. So I want you to think about that. Think about, maybe there's some people in your life that you want to limit your access to you, limit your access to your energy. Maybe you want to give encouraging words from a distance, and that's okay to do that. When you feel like you need to do that, when you feel like you can't be there by somebody's side, when you feel like you can't talk to them on the phone, but maybe you can text them, when you feel like maybe you can't even have a conversation with them, that is okay too. It first needs to flow to you before you can flow out to others. And if you never are receiving anything back from them, it is time to question what's going on there, because you don't want to deplete your energetic field. We want to have a flow to it. And it's really funny how some people, like strangers, can energize you more than people that you've known for years, and that's okay too. It's part of the flow. Sometimes you just need to cut ties with some people. Sometimes you need to protect yourself. Sometimes you need to add boundaries. What can you do to cleanse your auric field? And we've got the Three of Pentacles. This is a constant work. This is a work in progress. What I do love about the Three of Pentacles too is it's not just you working on it. So we're coming back to the Six of Pentacles kind of energy where we're working with other people. You being in control of it. Remember, the King of Pentacles, you're controlling your energy, you're controlling your field, you're controlling what's going on here on this physical plane. But work with people who want to work with you, and you don't have to, like, what's great about the Three of Pentacles is everybody has their kind of their place. So it's not just surrounding yourself with like-minded people, it's surrounding yourself with people who can do various jobs and respecting them and appreciating them for that. Maybe, and it may not even be like I'm saying surround yourself with people, but maybe one of those people is, you know, your favorite singer and you're listening to them in your car. Maybe one of those people is like somebody that you like a particular podcast that you like to listen to. This is good energy, flowing energy. Pay attention to your emotions around certain things. It will guide you to what you need to do to work on this. But yeah, this how to cleanse your aura is, first of all, being conscious of it and the need to cleanse it, and then figure out what is feeding your soul, what's feeding feeding your energy, what's feeding your aura, what's feeding your good mood, and all of that leads towards you working on it. But you do need to make a conscious effort, and you do need to surround yourself with people who help uplift you. And it's going to be an effect where you help uplift them as well. And then how can you open the connection to your aura? Look at this, 3 of Cups, another 3. And this, we're getting Cups and Pentacles here. Cups are great. Cups is about emotions. Cups is about connection. Cups is about, you know, it's funny how on this Pentacles they're holding cups. So, but in this 3 of Cups, it's about surrounding yourself with people, again, reiterating that message, with working with people, but surrounding yourself with people who make you feel good, who you make feel good, and who feed you, who feed your energy. Sorry, I just wanted to, these were getting kind of sticky. So 1 card out of here, this one wants to come out, and we get impermanence. Life is a journey, and there's a lot of flowing energy and allowing to flow energy here with your auric field, allowing things to flow in that feel well or feel good to you, and releasing things that don't feel good to you. That's been a message that's come through on several of these other readings. In this particular impermanence reading, or impermanence card, life is always changing, and I drift easily through those changes, good and bad. As I drift through hard times, I can take comfort in knowing that I will leave them behind. As I drift away from good times, I can take comfort in knowing that there will be more to come my way. Impermanence is an equal opportunity non-entity. So it happens for everyone. So just being in the flow, being in the energy, a lot of your reading here is about the flow. Even though the king, he controls, you have to control your reaction to the flow. Oh, look at this. Meditation for peace and serenity, and affirmation for positive change. So again, some more flow here. It's interesting that this one comes out over in front of the Hanged Man, because the Hanged Man is about that pause, that stillness, that meditation, looking at different directions in your life and where to go. This reading is all about finding those directions towards people who make you feel good, towards things, situations, jobs, objects, songs, environments that make you feel good. Sometimes we lose ourselves, and there are things that society puts out there that's supposed to make us feel good. When we have the Hanged Man and peace for meditation and serenity, it's kind of like, wait a second. I was told that if I bought the latest and greatest car, if I lived in this neighborhood, if I did this, if I studied this thing, if I did that, I was going to be happy, and I'm not happy. So it's bringing your energy back to you, bringing your aura back to you, bringing your field back to you, and figuring out what it is that makes you feel happy in your heart, and then projecting that out. And that will help you find your tribe, your people that you need to have around you. Affirmations for positive change. Some of this is like fake it till you make it kind of thing. It's interesting too how we have the dress here and how we have her dressed like she's leaving something behind, like, hey, I'm gonna go and be a pirate. I'm gonna go hang out with these mermaids for a minute and join this pirate ship. I'm leaving this other phase of my life behind because I've realized that that didn't bring me happiness. I'm going on to this brand new thing, and look, I've got people who are surrounding me, who are wanting me to be there with them, who are excited that I am joining them. And it's all about finding that flow and trusting your intuition and letting your aura help guide you. Because one thing about your aura, and especially when we've got this deep connection to others around you, is like recognizes like. So when you have positive energy because you love yourself and you know who you are and you're putting that out in the world, you find those people who have that same kind of vibe going on with you, and they're attracted to that energy, and they're attracted to that aura, and that's what this is about. So that's what I have for you, my lovely group number 4s. I hope that you have an amazing day. Thanks so much for being here with me, and I will see you in the next reading.